back on the Golf GTI today, guys, and we are going to get this thing fully wrapped in today's video. I really do hope. Plus, I have some new wheels. I'm just waiting for my tyres to turn up, so hopefully by the time you see this video, my tyres will have turned up and we can fit the new wheels too. Now, I have done a little bit more, as you can probably see from the roof, since the last video. I'm very much aware that this is a long process that will probably drag on a long time on a time lapse, so I have just gone ahead and done a few bits. I'll just show you. I have wrapped the roof and the rear boot spoiler. I got some knifeless tape, and as you can see, used it to run along the side there, so that looks good, and there as well, as best I can. I've also done a little bit of bodywork. As you can see, the damage that was here, I have sanded down, put some body filler over, and you can see where I've just primered the square bit, and I've now just sanded that down, so that's nice and smooth now as well, ready to be wrapped. I've also filled in the stone chip here as well, and I've also done the bit of bodywork at the bottom of this door. I've primed it, I just need to sand back the primer now, but that is all good. I'm happy with that. Those three have actually gone really well, so those three bits of bodywork are fine. So the only actual damage left on the car now is a little bit on this rear bumper. So I will take the rear bumper off to wrap, because there is a few bits on it like that, and a few like these as well. So this needs like sanding back. So I am going to take the rear bumper off to wrap. Probably would have done it anyway. And then this side is okay, bar this door here. So what we're actually going to do first is remove this door completely, because I think I'm going to end up damaging the wing if I try and repair it in situ. So we're going to remove the door, repair that but damaged bit here, and then we can go ahead and start wrapping the rest of the car. So that is the plan. And there's the bonnet and wings already done in silver. So let's crack on. Yes, it's a mess, but I have been wrapping. Wrapping is not a clean job. Okay, that was the easiest door in the world to remove. Literally 3 bolts, and the connector for the loom for the door literally just plugged in at the door. So much nicer than some of the doors. And just turning sideways, literally 1 bolt there, 1 bolt there, and the check strap, 1 bolt there as well. So that was the nicest door in the world to undo. In terms of repair, so if you can see here, it's raised slightly here and then dented here. So what I'm going to do is just try and knock this as flat as possible, so the line is nice and flush, and it will be flush with the wing, and then fill in any damage here. And there's also, don't know if you can see it here, a little low spot. It's been previously repaired before, so I'm just going to fill that in as well. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm not going for absolute perfection here, but I will just fill that in a little bit as well. So that is the plan now. So let's crack on. Right guys, off camera there, what I have done, I'm not sure if I just showed you primering this area or not, but I have primed it and I have sanded back the primer so it's nice and smooth, and I have also just gone over the rest of the door with a clay bar and cleaned it and dried it. So it is now fully ready to be wrapped. Now, it doesn't look too bad. I can't really tell. It's very difficult to tell until it gets painted how well I've done it. Same with this bit, but it looks good, feels smooth to touch, but we're not really going to know until I've wrapped it. So normally I would wrap the door with it on the car, because I think that's the best way to do it, so you can just get a one big wrap all over the whole car. But what I'm going to do in this case is actually wrap the door here and then I will use the offcut to wrap the rest of it. So first of all, what we need to do is actually remove this door handle. It's quite simple. I'll show you how to do it. There is a little cover here that you just pop off. Literally just use your hands, and then I don't know if you'll be able to see or not, but there's a little hook in here. I'll just get a little picklet if it's going to fit, and then I don't know if my hook's going to fit in there or not. There we go. Pull that clip out, pull that out with your hook, and then, one sec, I'm going to have to hold the camera with my chin. Don't know if you actually saw that or not. Yep, so you wiggle that, pull that out, and then you should be able to just pull the handle, pull it towards me, and then it should just, there you go, pull out like that. So that is very simple to do, to remove the handle, and now we can properly wrap. I'll have to clean all this up again, obviously, but we can properly wrap all in there and then wrap the handle separately as well. Right, so here we have this door now fully wrapped. I have just about wrapped the door handle. I'm not going to get any closer to this because it's crap. It took me like 45 minutes just to wrap that. Absolute pain in the arse. So I might just leave the others for the moment, get rid of the rest of the card done. However, I have now wrapped the rest of the door, and as you can see, bodywork side of things looks fine, and down here too, all looks good. It's not perfect, but I think the repair looks good enough. Looks good enough. Look. Wrapped. So that is that all done. I did cock it up once. I had to, basically I've wasted another whole meter of wrap. I was wrapping this bit here, and again it ripped into the wrap about up to here, round about here. So I had to, and I'd already cut the holes out for the door handle, so I had to get rid of the whole wrap and start again. So I've wasted another meter. However, it is now all done properly, so it looks good now at least. So I'm now going to get my template and put it around the rest of the car, and then we'll wrap this rear quarter, this door, and this top A-post and the bottom side skirt, hopefully all in one piece. Right, an update on how I'm getting on. I'm taking so long doing this that my camera's actually died twice, and I've probably cut out a lot of time lapse, but I have now wrapped, albeit apart from this bumper, one side of the car. Let's just have a step back. I will get it out in the sunlight in a moment. I just want to do the boot lid, but that is the side of the car wrapped, and the roof as well. Obviously pan roof, that bit stays black. But it all looks good. So you can see my damaged section that I've repaired, it looks pretty good. Can't really see at all that it's been damaged. So happy with that. I'm just going down the side of the car. Door handles, a lot to be desired. Not great. I won't get too close, but side of the car looks good. And I managed to wrap this whole quarter as a one piece, so starts from down here, goes up here, along the top. This is all a one piece. I managed to do it without having a join down to there. Door shuts, I mean, You can't really see them ones, not too bad. Door shuts down here aren't too bad, look. You can see the tape. Don't look too bad. The rears aren't as good. Obviously I had to do a bit of a line in here because if you see when the door's shut, it actually exposes a bit of it. So I had to come in a bit. But yeah, it gets quite bad. I need to straighten these lines up. You can see that I've cocked it up there a bit. And yeah, here like you can see as well, I've cocked up. I need to cut a little bit of excess off there. But otherwise, it's not too bad. I mean, yeah, it's a bit shit there actually. I'm going to sort that out. But I very, very nearly gave up doing this panel because I made a schoolboy error. And so I had a one piece across the whole car and this door. And I fitted all this properly, fitted the door properly, and then decided to cut down this line here and the door gap. And then I think some of it was wrong there, so I had to pull it up and redo it. But I could then never line it up properly again with where I'd cut it. It was coming into the wheel arch. So I ended up having to open the door and I ended up ripping all this off again and starting again. And I must have done it 10 to 15 times before I eventually got it right. And I was so close to just screwing it all up, because obviously it was a one piece, screwing it all up and chucking it in the bin. However, I just about managed to do it. So that is now all fine and happy with that. I'm actually really happy with the colour. It's a really nice colour. So what I'm going to do now, as you can see, the rear end's a bit of a mess. We have to remove the rear bumper to do that. So what I'm going to do first is the boot lid. Just got her outside so we can have a quick look round it, and I'm happy with it. It looks good actually. Sun was out a minute ago, so it was looking better. But oh, there we go. It's coming out. Bit mixy matchy at the rear. Roof looks good. Yeah, that. But I'm really happy with how it looks down the side. You can see even all the little flecks in the wrap. I mean, I've got a few of these. Couldn't really do much about some of these, but not too bad. But it looks really good. Quite happy with how it's come out to so far, to be fair. It's just the only downside is to how long it's taken to get to this stage. But yeah, happy with that. So obviously we've got to do this side. I'm going to do this side off camera. Again, this whole side down here, and then I've got to do the front and rear bumpers. And then I have just gone to pick up some new alloys which are sat in the back of the RS3. Tyres for those alloys should be here maybe tomorrow, and I will do a reveal then. So I don't want to show the alloys yet, because I want to get the tyres on them and then get them on the car so you can do a bit of a reveal, because I think it will look good. So, well, I hope it will look good anyway. So I'm now just going to go over and wash the car, because there's dirt everywhere and this side's filthy from where I did a bit of bodywork at the bottom, and there's just general dust and stuff. So I'm going to rinse the car off and then crack on and get this wrapped finished. So guys, that is it for today's video. Sorry, not much happening in terms of what the actual content is, but I suppose it's a bit more realistic. It is taking me a long time to wrap this car. Don't forget, I'm doing it fully on my own as well. And yeah, I mean, as I said earlier, it took me a whole day just to wrap pretty much the rear quarter panel and the B pillar, A pillar post. So yeah, it's taking my time, which is why you won't really see much going on in this video. But I suppose an update is better than no update at all, and it's realistic to what it is like wrapping a car for the first time with no experience or technique, I guess. So as always guys, thank you very much for watching, and I will confirm though, I am going to do the rest of the car off camera maybe tonight. So that means in the next video guys, it will be fully wrapped, and I'm going to get hopefully my tyres turned up for my new alloys, and it will look like a completely different car the next time you see it. So as always guys, thank you very much for watching, and I am filming on the B8 RS for that final video, cost breakdown, etc. The Porsche is back from the body shop as well, so we do have a few videos coming up soon guys. So as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers guys.